All right, so this is a follow-up to my Moonriver video that I just made. I really want you to take a look here. This is the 3-minute chart. So right when I ended the video, literally 1 minute later or 30 seconds later, price tanked down to the purple line I had just drawn when I said I think it's going to hit it, and that the weekly 10 EMA is kind of like a black hole. So since it's so close, if it hits the purple line, it's got a strong chance of hitting that anyway. And so why I'm making this video with a very, very, very short time frame is I want you to see how buyers buy this back up. And you can really see that on really low term time frames. Let's go to the 1 minute. I mean, well, that is not good. But the chance of a bounce from here should be pretty good. And the lower it wicks, past here, the stronger the reaction it might be. It's very unlikely you don't get, I mean, some pretty aggressive candles with this wick here. I mean, this is a freaking hell of a pickup. And so it's going to be fun to watch buyers pick this up. There are a lot of people. I mean, you know, there are at least hundreds, if not thousands, maybe not 10,000s of people in this coin, but a lot of buyers step in here. So let's watch this price action here for a quick minute, and buyers are going to be stepping in, and it's going to be cool to watch. It's going to get really crazy here. And again, this is the 1 minute chart, and I made that video when price was right here on this 1 minute candle. And then I ended the video, and 1 minute later, kablam. And then as I started hitting record on this one, kablam, hit the red line, the weekly 10. But yeah, I mean, the bounce here is, as long as Bitcoin's not doing something like crazy, I actually might want to check. So let's take a quick look at Bitcoin here. Actually, no, let's just watch this. Watch the buyer step in. And so when you make lines like this, and so even though I'm on the 1 minute chart, we are viewing, you know, the idea of why does price do what it does, right? Why does, like, the answer is always there are more buyers than sellers, or there are more sellers than buyers, or buyers and sellers force is the same. Therefore, shit is moving sideways like a stable coin. That's literally the answer every single time. But the question is, you know, why does it have the habit of doing it in similar ways or whatever? But the answer is always one of those three. So you are viewing buyer stepping in here at this line. So you can see the EMAs are real. I mean, it's where buyers step in. I'm telling you, it's a large group of people who look at EMAs and who look at structures. So honestly, I might hunt for a structure. Is there like a daily horizontal over here that it might have wicked down to? Not really. Is there a weekly candle closure over there? No, it just sold off a little bit heavy. Yeah, it's very, very likely going to bounce from there. So let's keep watching buyers step in here. And what probably happened is Bitcoin probably tanked down to 66.2 or something like that, which stimulated buyers not, you know, so buyers only had like 1 minute to buy this up. So before buyers stepped in, sellers were still like panic sellers who don't know what the fuck they're doing, selling near the weekly 10 EMA, which is stupid. Like in a bull market, on the people selling here and not very, like, I'm not saying they're not very smart, but they're not very aware. And so, you know, I was one of those people too in 2017, you know, like, I'm not saying I'm smart, but let's say I'm pseudo smart, right? Like early average. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So even if I were a smart person in 2017, I got my butt handed to me because I didn't know what I was doing. And I didn't know what I didn't know, which is called unconscious incompetence. So people selling right here, like, they're unconsciously incompetent. Like, this is where you want to be buying, not selling. And then this is why it's so important to watch through the videos so you don't become one of these people. Do you want to be somebody who sells into the weekly 10 EMA? Or do you want to be somebody who says, gosh, I hope idiots sell into that so I can scoop this up? Who do you want to be? Ask yourself this question. Who do you want to? I want to be a fireman. All right, so let's watch this. Let's watch this. Like, look. This is gonna get bought up pretty heavily, and honestly, it's probably gonna slam through here. It's probably not gonna get rejected. I would guess it's gonna get rejected by the bottom of the line. Come back, use this as support would be my guess. I don't know how long I can stay on here, but and how long this will take. But I mean, this might only take 10 minutes. Let me actually draw what I think will happen, and then maybe in my next video next week on this, we can see how this works. So pink line. I think price from here will go. Bam. It'll hesitate only for a couple minutes, come up, use that as support. What happens from there, I don't know, but I think that's how price would move. think it'll be a pretty heavy buy up. Which you could, like, if you're a person buying this, you could be up freaking 8% or 7% in just a matter of minutes. Now I'm going to keep my guess there too. Even if I go to the daily chart, you won't be able to see it anymore. But and hell, I might actually accidentally delete it before that happens. But yeah, actually, I'll erase this because I won't be able to see it on the other charts. I typically don't go down to the 1 minute chart unless I mean, honestly, not even for futures trading. I don't use the 1 minute very often unless I'm doing something like this. So it's probably going to retest the 10 one more time, and then buyers will step back in even harder. It'll probably make a quick higher low. Now that it actually, buyers are chilling out. Actually, I'm kind of ignoring the primary indicators for this coin, which are Bitcoin. Ooh, it went below that. Oh, so it went all the way down to 65. All right. So it's, yeah, Bitcoin's going to bounce from here most likely. This would be a pretty, so this is Bitcoin daily chart. If Bitcoin goes any lower, this was all set up from whales, folks. Like, that's why it's so hard to trade Bitcoin as opposed to altcoins, which whales aren't in. It's so much easier to trade altcoins if you're a leverage trader. Like I think I'm done trying to trade Bitcoin. Like it's not mass psychology price move. It's so much harder. So once Bitcoin gets into a groove that's not being all funky and stuff, altcoins typically delay. So it's like getting a head start in a race. Altcoins are so much, like, it's so much easier. Yeah, so Mover will likely bounce hard from here. I suspect Bitcoin will bounce hard from here as well. It maybe close the day red, but it might actually come down several times and check this within this daily candle. So it might not just be one wick on 1 minute. So let's dive in here and down to the 3 minute chart, see what happened. So see that buyback, people stepping in at this line. I mean, just look how almost perfectly it touched that line. Yeah, but so Mover should move as well. So that's a primary indicator for Mover. So if Bitcoin's likely going to get bought back, so will Mover. So I actually will keep my guess. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. See how good my guess ends up being. Well, I might not be able to stay on here long enough to watch this play out, but I've made this video and I guess we could come back in the near future to see how this played out per the video. So I'll just replay the video on that. But it's likely going to hit the bottom of the range at 350 specifically. And then it'll probably specifically test 342 after that. That is my guess, I think. But it might hesitate here for like 5 minutes and then come up here, retest it, and then get back into the range, which would mean my first most probable plays out, right? Daily candle closes red, but above the 350 or 349 line, right? So, but it's so cool to watch this, like on the small time frames. Like, you're literally seeing people hit market buy. Like, when these candles move like that, that's a market buy. People are market buying. You can't move price with limit orders, right? You can't do it. Limit orders don't move price. You have to market sell or market buy in order for price to move, period. There she go. There she go. It's really cool to watch this. Price is so cool. So the cool thing about price, it's literally the biggest map in the world of human psychology. There's no other bigger map. Like, price of rice, I think, is the first thing. I think the price of rice is essentially what created tracking of price, even though that rhymes price and rice. It all started off with rice in Japan. Japanese are the ones who first tracked price, essentially, and they created candlesticks, which in candlestick trading, lo and behold, still gives you a statistical edge to this day. But this is like, you are watching human psychology play out in front of your face. I'm telling you, it's like it's special crap. I've never made a video like this before, but I just had to because it happened right after I got off of here. So hit like, flip your phones, or get flipped off. Hit like now that your phone is now vertical. And also, real quick, if you haven't done this already, freaking hit subscribe, hit the bell. This is time-sensitive stuff, kind of like you're seeing here. We're down on the 1 minute chart, helping you walk through a more profitable crypto journey, and y'all just got timified.